Yo, we are back.
We're back.
Another episode of Straight Up R&D podcast. This is episode 13?
Episode 13.
Episode 13. Yeah.
13 episodes in, man. It's going strong and it's going good.
Yeah, we loving the support we're getting for you guys. We're loving the views that we're getting from our videos and our shorts. We have a lot more content coming out. And as usual, meanwhile, we do love the support. We also don't give a fuck about your opinion.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. We're going to continue giving it to you real, raw, and uncut, straight up. This is a Straight Up R&D podcast.
Hell yeah. So
you know what we're going to do.
We got a lot of content to hop in, a lot of topics to hop in today. I'm on some lover boy shit. I just got some questions for the ladies out there. Fellas, you can hop into, join the conversation. Join in the comments, let us know your opinion. But, bro, let me ask you a question.
Getting right to the chase. What's up?
Say you taking this girl out on a date, right? Now, this is the first date.
Okay.
Y'all communicated somehow. Maybe y'all met online, or maybe you saw her in the store or some shit. You backed her. You got the girl. Now it's like, all right, now it's time to take that next step and take her on a date. You waiting for her. She shows up to the restaurant with her 3 kids. What you gonna do?
She shows up with some kids?
She shows up to the date with kids. Didn't say anything beforehand. Obviously, this is the first day, so y'all probably didn't even talk about her having kids or anything yet. She shows up to the restaurant with kids.
That's crazy.
What's your
that's
next
crazy.
step?
Oh my goodness. That's wild. Damn. So we go on a date and she brings 3 kids. Even if she brings 1 kid.
Yeah, we can even say 1. She brings her kids. 1 kid, 2 kid, 3 kids.
I'm a respectfully ask her yo, we can go on a date another time. I'm not doing that. That's blatant disrespect, bro.
What if she I couldn't find a babysitter?
It's not my problem.
Or maybe she could even be we're a package deal, so if you don't want to be with me and my kids, then you don't deserve me or some shit like that.
I'm going to print out the return label and ship you back to FedEx, okay?
I feel like...
no way. There's no way. I'm not going on a date with a woman bringing her kids there. And this is the first time. Even if it's the second, third time, we're not doing this. You're not my girlfriend. I'm not your man. What? I'm supposed to... Just pay for the family? What? That's not happening. Nah, I wouldn't go. I'd tell you I'm leaving. I'd say you can do this another time. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I saw a video of that, and the guy was sneakily recording yo, this woman really just bought her 3 kids. And I'm looking in the comments, someone it takes a real man to accept her kids on the date. And I'm like, who the fuck is this real man y'all talking about?
No. That's a real simp.
If I'm on a date and a woman brings her kids, I'll be like, hey, you never told me you were bringing your kids. Why are they here?
Right.
You know what I mean? Not to be rude. And then she says something oh, I'm a package deal. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get up out of there. I feel that's just disrespectful because you never said anything. It'd be one thing if you call me and say look, I have to bring my kids because I have nobody to watch them. If you that still wouldn't change the fact I'm still canceling the date. But it's you at least have the respect to tell me. You don't just show up.
You don't just show up with your kids.
Right? So I'm a leave. And then I'll probably just block you. I'm you think you about to get a free meal out of me? You can't afford to feed your kids, so you be oh, let me just go
bring the whole crew.
Bring the whole crew so y'all can get a meal for the night and do it with some other man the next night. Hell no.
Yo, that's insane, man. But then it makes me think does she do this stuff with other guys? What type of example are you setting for your kids? They just oh yeah, it's another man. We don't know him, but we're all here eating we're a family.
You're using your kids as pawns. I don't know. All right, let me ask you this now too. say you knew she had kids before the first date now.
Okay. That still wouldn't change.
Like,
okay, go ahead.
But she said, like, I need money for a babysitter if you want to go on this date with me.
That's not my problem. That's not my problem. Go ask your baby daddy. Go ask your baby daddy for some dollars. That's not my responsibility. I'm dating you. That has nothing to do with me. If you're not ready to date, you shouldn't be out dating. Period.
So you're not going to give them money for me?
No. I'm not giving. So wait, I'm paying for the daycare, and let's say the date doesn't go well. What if I don't like her? Then I just pay.
That's a big investment.
What? That's $200-$300 or whatever amount is for that, and I'm taking you out. That's crazy.
That's why that goes into our previous video. Dating a woman with kids is a lot of trouble.
It is.
Best believe I know there's women out there like that was saying, "Hey, if you want me to go on this date with you, you need to give me $200 so I could give the babysitter." And there are some men out there that were gonna give that money, bro.
No. It's supposed to be if you are dating somebody, you got to be ready. Meaning, hey, I got a babysitter on call that I'll just pull up, or I know I can drop them off at the grandma house or the auntie house or someone else for a couple hours. If you don't got that type of thing set up, then you cannot be running around going on dates. You just can't. Like, your kids are supposed to be first.
Your kids are supposed to be first.
You know?
Now, that leaves another question. Do you think single moms should go on dates, until like their children get old enough? Do you think, like, if you're raising a kid, do you think that should just be their primary focus, or you think they still should go on dates here and there?
Well, I think if the child is like an infant or a toddler, like let's say like 5 years old or something like that, I think you should focus on raising your child, right?
I agree.
And at that point, if you can work something out with the baby father, work something out, kind of make him, grow up kind of okay, right? And then when you get older, when the child gets older, like 6, 7, they could, talk. They don't need that much attention in terms of like, a dude being in the house and like you're trying to date, but like not wanting your child to be exposed. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, the child has to be a mature, like older. It can't be an infant because they're going to grow up.
I think the child got to be like at least 13.
They're going to be looking at you like, yo, that's my dad, or like, this is my father figure, right? So I say maybe like, shit, it's hard. Like, because then again, you're going to wait 13 years to date? Like,
I mean, that's the risk you play when you a single mom.
That's true.
Like, I think, listen, when you're a single mother, you have to put your child first. I don't think there's any room for you to be fooling around with a guy and bringing a guy around your child. I don't think there's any room for that at the moment because, you have a kid. So I just think that you just need to leave the dating scene alone. Wait till the child get at least 13.
So you're saying leave the dating scene for 13 years, and this is a woman. This is a woman. So
bro, because look,
it gets difficult.
The child has to get to an age where they can like get to and from school by themselves. They could probably stay home for the night by themselves. Like, say if you gotta run out and go to the grocery store or something, you should be able to trust the child inside. Like, all right, I could go to the store without worrying to have to like pack a diaper bag and get a stroller.
So that's basically like high school almost.
Yeah, that's basically high school. That's like 9th grade. 13's like 9th grade.
Yeah.
The child should be able to do stuff independently without you at that age. So now if it's a date night, 13, 14, you could be like, hey, I left dinner in the fridge. I'll be back. Now, you can't be back too late. You got to be back at a respectable time.
Right.
But let's just say you tell the guy like, hey, we need to meet up at 5, 6 o'clock, and I got to be home by 8 o'clock because I got a kid. I think the child could thug it out for 3 hours.
I mean, I get that point that, you can, trust them at a certain extent to leave them home by themselves. But again, that's a long time. Because think about it, like, if, shit, 10 years is a long time to be single. Like, you're talking about you're not talking to anybody, you're not dating anybody, you focus on your kid. But, like, there's going to be times where you're going to want, someone else in your life.
Yeah.
You want someone to take care of you to a certain extent. To a certain extent. I'm not endorsing females to just have a man take care of them. They don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not with that. But I think I would say 5-6 years. That's a good amount of time, especially if the child is young. You know your child. You took care of your child. Whatever. By that time, you should have a handle on. Look. Maybe you take a day off from work, right?
But see, that's still a lot you gotta do.
And the child is at school, and y'all have lunch together.
Who said he got time for that?
I mean, like, look, but you
working man.
You gotta be flexible. It's gotta be flexible. You know what I mean? Or ask grandma or auntie to watch him. Or
and
niece.
you gonna tell your mom, oh, watch my kid because I want to go on a date with some man.
Hey,
they're gonna be like, stay your ass home.
Hey, that's the best thing I can come with. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if your child is 5'6", it's too many things you gotta put in place before you even get on that date. It's too much.
Look, if you don't got the money, then you can't do it. That's another thing. If you don't got the bread.
That's why you gotta wait till the child get to high school.
If you don't got the bread, I mean, if you got the bread, just put them in after school.
But it's like, damn, like you can't even get to. I saw a comment too. They was like, to date a single mom, you gotta set appointments with them. Because it's like, bro, who wants to do that? Like, if you're a single man with no kids and you want to date somebody, sometimes shit is just spontaneous. Like, yo, what you doing tonight? I'm gonna take you out for some drinks. Oh, I found this nice club. You can't do that with a single mom. Oh, bath time is at 6.
He's doing his homework right now, helping him with a project.
Yeah, so he can't do that. So I think that's why majority of men just choose to not date a single mom. But if you choose to date, you gotta wait until the child is at least a teenager.
That's tough. Like I said before,
it is tough. Life is
tough. It's tough. I would say wait until they 5, 6. Figure it out. Figure something out. If you serious, especially if she's like a female's serious on like finding a man and stuff, like your kid always comes first. So I would say don't, try to put your kid to the side and prioritize dating. Mm-hmm. Meaning like you always going out on dates, always sending your child off to the babysitter or sending them off with a family member because you want to go out and date. Definitely probably do it like, once every 3 months or something like that. You know what I mean? Kind of spread it out where, hopefully you can, meet someone or...
Once every 3 months? So what if the guy wants to go on a second date?
That's the thing. The guy got to know.
He got to wait 3 months for a second date?
You're dealing with a single mom. He's got to be mature enough to know, okay, well, she's got a kid. That comes with its own little, challenges and obstacles. He's got to know, okay, she may not be available all the time.
But 3 months? So.
Hey, I mean, I'm not saying like, I'm saying like dating a different person.
They're a different person, but now you found the guy.
Yeah, you found the guy and like you want to continue dating with him. She's got to let him know like, yo, I got a child. He's younger or my child's younger. It's kind of hard to get this, that, and the third. Hey, it might not work. It might work. It's up to the dude. Like, he's got to know if he's going to be in her life, he's going to be that stepdaddy. He's taking that on. And we had a whole episode about that.
Go check that out. But see, that's what I'm saying, bro. You got to go through too many loopholes, too many things going on to even get on date number 2.
Yeah.
Now it's
yeah.
like, now he gonna have to question, like, bro, how much do I really like this girl? Like,
And you can't even tell off one date. You can't tell how much you like somebody off one date because that's just the first interaction. Like, oh, I like you, but you have all of these obstacles and all.
and that
of
first
these...
date gonna be short because she got a kid at home.
Yeah, it's gonna be short. It's gonna be quick. Get some ice cream. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, see ya. Like,
Exactly. You usually like a first date you might do 2 activities: dinner and a movie, dinner and dancing. But a single mom, it's just dinner.
no
And then
bachata.
she may ask you like, "Oh, pack my leftovers because I gotta give my child something to eat too." So, bro, they gotta wait. I think she gotta wait 5, 6.
Bro, that's a long time though.
I know the long time, but you cannot. If you want to date, you have to respect the other person's time.
Think of
also.
how many men that she'll be missing out on that's willing to, help her out with the babysitting.
Who?
You know what I mean?
Who-
I
who's
never know.
that man?
Like, yo, maybe she would have caught a simp. She would have caught a lick. She's like, yo, I got a simp. Yo, he's gonna pay for my childcare, bro.
Yo, to all the men out there, let's stop this simpedemics.
The simp Olympics.
We was just in a pandemic. We in a simpedemic. Yeah, and y'all in simp Olympics too, competing with each other. Who's the biggest simp?
Who's the biggest simp out here?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's chill, y'all. Let's chill.
Man, don't fly them out, bro.
Don't fly them out. All right, stand on your 10 toes.
Stand on your 10 toes,
And
man.
stop leading with your wallet, bro. Like, I get so upset when I see men leading with their wallet. Like, oh, I could buy you this, buy you that. Take my credit card for an evening.
Yo, go get what you want.
You get for that credit card, number done changed, address done changed.
There's never heard nothing.
Shit all maxed out.
Just don't know where they at. Screwed, man. Screwed.
But yeah, I just think, me personally, and women feel free to comment. Be a single mom. I think you gotta respect your time and the other person's time. You don't want to lead the other person. Also, like, if you know it was so much trouble to get to that first date, I guess what's the average span? Like, if the first date went good, normally when do you want to see that person again? Like the next weekend?
I'd say maybe like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I mean, yeah, I'd say like 2 weeks. I mean, if you're again, if you're a dude that has a life, that's making money, that's working, that's productive, I'd say 2 weeks is a good time to see the person again. Space it out.
You have
don't
to
gotta
plan
do every weekend. Then it's gonna be a reoccurring thing. Like, oh, I gotta see you again now. What are you doing now? I'm seeing you. Like, give me some time. Let it simmer down. Let it sink in. Let me want to think about you. You know what I mean? Like, I just saw you last weekend.
Are you still talking on a daily basis?
Nah, you talk. Chit chat, text, video call, all that. And then y'all plan the date. Especially if she's got a child. She's gonna need time in advance, right?
So you got to start planning after that first date.
Yeah, after that first date, plan for the next one if it went well, because she's gonna need the time to coordinate who's gonna watch a child or babysitter situations. But yeah, it's possible. I mean, people are doing it now, but I think if the woman is responsible in how she raises her child and puts her kid first, I think it will work out well. If the priority is around the kid, okay, all right, I'm not gonna, spend less time with my kid just to go out and get free dinners or watch a free movie or a free comedy show. Maybe on a 4th date, say, hey, let's go to like the Chuck E. Cheese. Come to me with the Chuck E. Cheese. My son is here. He's just playing with his friends. You could pull up. Public setting type joint. It don't gotta be focused at a dinner with the high chair right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's fine. I think that's fair.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I see it. I just think you got to be in the right situation if you want to date that early. If you want to date that early. But
so I got a question for you. Now
Yeah.
that we on this relationshipy episode 13, that's what this one's gonna be about. And it's a really good one. You know, should love always be a sacrifice?
I feel like there should be some form of sacrifice in a relationship, especially if you love the person, because that's when your love is tested. And if your love is tested and you and your significant other find a way to work it out, then that's true love. Again, I talked about the pandemic or previous episodes. So a lot of relationships were tested during those hard economic times. Men getting laid off. They didn't have the means to provide anymore. Some women left. Some women stuck by their men. They had to fight, some of the stay-at-home wives had to sacrifice their bougie lifestyle to now go back out there and work to help support their man and, to get through those trying times. That's true love right there. But when we in a relationship and at the first, hard times and you just run, that's not true love. I think in every relationship.
Would that be like lust?
It'd be lust. I think it'd be lust. It's like, it'd be lust or you just like what the person is providing for you. You don't even necessarily like the person. You like the idea of the person.
Yeah.
Right? So relationships are long. Like if you're in a healthy relationship and it eventually leads to marriage, it's long. Not everything is not going to be, shits and giggles. Not everything is going to be right. There's going to be some hardships, some hard time. Other person might go through health problems, not when they don't. That's a hard time. Somebody going to, lose their job, most likely, or, anything can happen. Yeah, shit happens. So some sort of sacrifice is going to have to be made by either partner, and that will let you know if they truly love you or not.
But, okay, and this one's a big one, especially in our generation now. Like, when we're talking about sacrifice, yes, there are certain sacrifices that are made for love, right? And it could be, if you have a gambling addiction, right? You love to gamble, but, it's not good for you and it's not good for, you as a couple financially.
Right.
Got to make that sacrifice, right? Because you could have been single and you could have went and gamble all your money away. That's on you.
That's on
now
you.
That you with somebody, that's on y'all. Right. Because now she got to deal with your gambling habits. It's
affecting the whole family.
Right.
Now.
And that affects the whole family. So that is a sacrifice you got to make. Now, here's one sacrifice that I'm just trying to see what is the reasoning or what's the logic behind this one. So should a sacrifice be on a man's side? And it goes on both sides. So should a man sacrifice his friendships for a woman? More specifically, if he has female friends, should he cut them off to be with his girl?
Fuck no.
Why?
It's like, first of all, you should not allow anybody to come into your life and to change shit up like that.
Okay.
It's like, yo, this is who I am. And it's, especially if those friends are not toxic or done anything to you or me, you should not be telling me to cut them off. Like, this was my life before I met you, and I'm introducing you to these people. They're nice people. You can't just come in with some type of jealous attitude and be like, hey, you need to drop these female friends because now you have a girlfriend. Bro, I dealt with some nigga like that. My bad. I dealt with a person like that, bro, and I'm even still going through it now with him. We talk, but every time he gets a girl, he cuts everybody off. It's not even only his female friends. He just stops hanging around the boys. He don't talk to the other girls no more. he just let this girl, whatever girl he's with, let her control his life. And that's just not healthy. It's just like your life now becomes wrapped around her.
Them.
You know what I mean? And it's like now you're just losing your own identity as a person. Yeah. You letting this person come into your life and just dictate what you can and can't do. I feel like a real man going to stand 10 toes down like, yo, this is my friend. You know, this is my friend from high school.
This is Daquan.
Yeah, this is a nice person, and you know, I'm not going to drop him just because you feel a type of way. Shit, you don't gotta like my friends. Like,
you were supposed to be with me. Like, why you don't gotta like them?
My friends are. You know what I mean? Especially with not especially, and with female friends. This is how I feel about the female friend thing. If I had female friends before you should just respect that relationship. It's not like I'm gonna be up all night, 3, 4 in the morning, like, yo, what you doing? Blah blah. You know what I mean? It's just like they're just my friends. You know, haven't slept with them, haven't tried them. Mm-hmm. They're just friends of the opposite sex.
Because you know, some people saying that a man can't have a female friend because there's always like some sort of underlying thing where he does like her, and you know, there might have been a potential of them getting together, but it never happened, but they're kind of still playing around with it. Or even some girls will go out and say, oh, sometimes you end up marrying your best friend or something like that.
Well, I don't think that's 100% true. I mean, there really are some men out there who probably really can't have female friends. They're just some horn dogs or whatever.
True.
They just want to fuck everything that moves. But there are some guys out there who could just...
Who's mature?
Mature, can have a female friend and, you know, don't even want to chase her. So, but I would say this on the flip side. I feel like once you get in a serious relationship, you shouldn't really like pursue other female friends in a way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I'm not looking for female friends. Mm-hmm. If it happens, it happens, and I'll, you know, let my, you know, significant other know, like, hey, is this girl? It's
not a fling.
It's like, and it's going to be a reason I'm talking to, like, I don't know, like for the business to help me with my work. Some legitimate reason I'm talking to her, not that we just at a bar, we just started talking. Cause that sounds a little weird. Like, I don't even know how to explain that.
Yeah,
you're like, so you just met her in the club or you met her at the bar, and like, it has to be like a specific reason we started talking. But like, when you're single, if you just, like, you could just talk to a girl and just don't go anywhere and she becomes your friend. Mm-hmm. But when you're in a when you're in a like real relationship, you just don't pursue girls in that type of way anymore. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you. So like, what if it was a girl that you had, like y'all had something, but y'all agreed to be friends?
That's tough. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was waiting for this one. I was like, so like, let's say y'all was friends. Yeah, I mean, y'all had like something, but then now like y'all agreed to be friends, and y'all been friends for like, let's say 2 years. Like after that stuff happened, y'all just decided to be friends. And she doing her own thing, you doing your thing, and she's single though now, and you out in here in a relationship. But do you cut her off, or do you like, you know, keep the friendship going?
Bro, that's tough.
That's a tough one.
All right, I feel like if a man finds a girl he really loves, right? He's taking her serious. Most likely he's going to be honest with the girl, like, yo, this is my friend. We had relations, you know, previously, and, you know, we did sleep together. I'm just letting you know. Like, but, you know, that was a one-time thing, and, you know, we just been friends ever since.
You know that's stirring the pot, right?
I was like, it depends on how she takes it.
Because I feel like most girls are gonna be like, well, why are you still talking to her?
Yeah, most girls.
That's your ex-girlfriend. Why are you still talking to her?
But
they're not gonna understand.
They're not gonna understand. So to just cut her off completely. You could probably limit contact with her.
I don't know, man. I still. Oh, who that texting you? Oh, why she texting you? Like
that will bring up problems.
It's gonna bring up problems, man.
A man may cut her off just because he see the type of problems is bringing up in his relationship. Because she's gonna keep saying like, "Why you keep talking to her all the time? Why she text you all the time?" It's like, man, I don't feel like keep dealing with this shit, man.
Oh, she asked you to go off for her birthday. Like, why you gotta go? Like, don't she got other friends?
Yeah. And then like, oh, I want to invite her to our birthday. Oh, so now you want to invite your ex-girl to our little
thing.
Yeah. It will cause headaches. I think most men might cut them off just because he want to get rid of the headache that's associated with this girl.
But you know what's crazy is you cut them off and then you don't even work out.
That's what I'm saying.
So then it's like you just lost a friend to please someone else who in the end, after some time, you're not even together anymore.
Well, so it's like question now.
Then now can you go back to that friend and be like, hey, like, I'm sorry, or like,
I think with girls it's going to take a little bit to get over that because they still going to be in their feelings about that. Like, oh, you cut me off because of that girl who's no longer even in your life.
I know you better than her.
Yeah. Like, bro, you know what's crazy? My wife watched Love is Blind, and one of the couples that was on there, they didn't work out. He actually slept with one of the girls that's his friends. He introduced her to his female friends. Uh-huh. He slept with one of them. Boy, that brought war. That brought war. And it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean.
But now, let me ask you this. Do you even bring that up to your girl? Like, do you just like,
Oh my goodness.
If you know it's gonna cause problems, do you just like, you know what?
Wow.
Just keep that to myself.
That is a good ass question. Well, if I know for a fact, like if I know for a fact that this is tough. Mm-hmm. This is welcome to the Straight Up R&D podcast, yo. Straight Up R&D podcast, man. This is we getting real gritty with it right now, but I mean, honestly, it depends on how much I like this girl. It depends. It depends. Depends on how much I like this girl. I'm gonna be honest.
How long take you to figure out how much you like?
I'm gonna be honest, yo.
So like, how long you gotta be together? Be like, I really like this girl, so I'm gonna tell her.
You see, there's a line, and I'm not trying to avoid the question, but there's a line. It's like, okay, the problems this could cause. Right. It's like everything is going good. At the moment I say this, we're driving off the cliff. You know what I mean? So, long story short, I'm gonna say nah, because if I know that I'm not doing anything with this girl, that's my friend now, right? Even if she was a family friend, what if even that? Like, what? Like, I'm supposed to delete her, like banish her? No, it's not gonna happen. But I would say, nah. I wouldn't say anything. I'd just keep the relationship going good. Be a faithful man, and leave it at that. And maybe one day say, hey, we had something. You don't think it's gonna get worse? I shouldn't say anything at that point.
If you wait years.
I wouldn't say anything. I'm just not gonna say nothing.
Let's take it to the grave.
Take it to the grave. I mean, it's gonna be a problem. Unless she's the type of woman that she's chill.
Nobody that chill. No woman is that chill.
Women are not. Okay, so then, I mean, what would you do? Well, what would you do? Like, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't say anything. Just first of all, my past for you is not even important. There's that.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like, all right, I feel like if you open up that Pandora's box, now she's gonna want to know who else you slept with, how many girls you slept with,
What
else have you done?
Is that girl you just followed on Instagram? Did you sleep with her? Because
she's gonna
like
ask
5 of your pictures, and you posted them like 4 years ago, but you had 280 followers. Now you have 281, and she liked all your old photos. So like, what does that mean?
Yeah, bro, and it's gonna it's gonna open up Pandora's box, and I'm just like, look, whatever happened before you got in a relationship with that girl, I don't think it needs to be said. But now, what if it comes up, like, I don't know, comes up somehow, like a friend actually is, like, you got a dumbass friend who just like, oh yeah, I remember that time when you and so used to go out and your girl happens to be in the room.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, you got motherfuckers like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a couple motherfuckers that said some stupid shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, not about me, but like, you know, that I was just like, bro, you should know better than that. But damn, that's even worse.
And it's like how I think it's a shit show either way. If you bring it up right now, bring it up down the road,
I think
it's creating problems either way.
It's gonna create problems either way, but I think in the end, it's best to tell it in the beginning before it gets any further.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, you had this bitch all up in my house in my face.
Like, what if y'all was doing something and I ain't know?
Yeah.
But let me spin it around the other way then. Like, what if Shorty, she got an ex-boyfriend that same situation. They were a thing, and then now, they're friends. They're best friends, and you're in a situation, and she tells you, "Oh, this is my ex-boyfriend, but you know, we're not doing anything. Like, we're just really good friends." And he's a family friend. He knows her mom and dad or whatever. What do you do?
That would be tough because it's like, all right, now if you cut that man off and it's a family friend, the mom and dad still wants to bring the person around, and then they're going to be like, well, you stopped talking to him because of this person? Like, oh, we like this person. Like, we're not going to uninvite him to the house just because your boyfriend is insecure or whatever. So it's like, how can she really avoid the person if...
But, okay, and I get that. But what if he's not a family friend, but an ex, but they're really good friends now? They straighten it up. They just say, hey, you know, we just can't work together, but we're good friends as friends. And then she tells you that. What do you do?
I am going to feel uncomfortable. Like, I can't have it no other way. So I can't say no other way, but shit, that's tough. Like, that's tough.
Oh,
because
man.
I'm gonna be thinking about the nigga dicking her down. Like, I'll be like,
who does it better?
I don't be like, oh, so I used to do all that, and I'm gonna just be like,
the shit we do, you did with him too, like.
it's like, how do y'all remain friends? Like, how y'all go through a breakup and still say, you know, I still want to talk on a daily basis? Is there something still? I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like,
I think it's a really mature like, you gotta be like, it's gotta be real mature, man. Because
who the fuck got that kind of maturity?
But how can you tell someone to get rid of them? Like, you don't. And here's the thing: you don't know the story. You don't know the story.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sit down and you gotta tell me the story.
So like, what if you meet him too? What if he's there? Like, what if he's, oh, we're going out. Oh, my friend. Boom. Yeah. She doesn't tell you in front of him, right? But they've been best friends ever since what they had in the past.
See, that would be no. I'm not gonna hold you. That would be tough because, again, the same way I said nobody should come in your life and, like, you know, knock shit down. I'm not that type of person either. Like I'm not a controlling person. But I will have to set boundaries though. I'll have to be like, why homeboy calling you so late in the fucking night? You know what I mean? I don't think you should be meeting him alone. Like if you, it will be weird.
Yo, you're gonna be losing your mind, bro.
It's gonna be weird. But I'm not saying stay out of contact with him now, but some boundaries will have to be put in place. You can't let her go all free nilly-willy.
Wait, so she's got to cut him off, basically. Because now the relationship that they have, the relationship they have is not going to be the same. You got to think about him.
Be the same.
But you got to think about him. He's probably going to think like, yo, like, she's my friend. Like, we were so close.
Where your girl?
Like,
I mean, where your girl at? It's like, all right, but like realistically, even when men with female friends, how often are you really talking to them like that? I'm thinking about it. It's like I have female friends, but it's not like I'm talking to single or whatever. It's not like I'm talking to them on a daily basis. It's not like I'm telling them like let's go out all the time because I'm a man, bro. I'm gonna hang around men, talk men shit. Like you don't hang around female friends all the time. So like if y'all talking all the time, I'm like, yo, what's going on? And I'm you know what I'm saying? I got questions. I got questions. You about to go meet up with him again?
Again? Well, he bought you what?
Yeah. That.
He bought you some Jordans? You know that was the shit I was eyeing in your Amazon cart. I was gonna buy that for you. So you telling me he gonna buy you the same shit?
Boundaries gotta be put in place.
What? If I can't get it, he gonna get it for you? Is this how this gonna work?
Bro, boundaries gotta be put in place.
There's a lot of shit. So then now, would you rather her not tell you that?
Honestly, I'd rather not be know. I'd rather not know.
You'd rather know. You'd rather be oblivious.
I'm not a woman. Like I would rather just not know.
You'd rather just say, oh yeah, there's some dude that she was friends with, blah blah blah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's listen, bro.
Ooh.
I'd rather not know, bro. Like that's one of those things that won't cause any problem. Like if you ended things off romantically with them, right? Mm-hmm. And there's nothing that's going to happen in the future, then like, just don't cause any problem. Just don't cause any problems. That's one of those things that like, if you bring it up, it will cause problems in a relationship, but nothing's going to happen anyway. It's just whatever the past was the past. But if you still feeling this person, or you probably having like, man, what if we worked out? And then, you know, y'all might do some flirty shit here and there. Then,
because, I mean,
person might have to know.
It's tough, and I think it all boils down to the type of relationship you have with that person. Like if it's clear cut, like the line in the sand is drawn between, you know, who you was messing with before. And then your new man, you got a new man now, right? She's with a new dude. And he's got to understand, okay, I'm going to have to reel back some of the hanging out, the texting.
But a real man should know that,
A real man should know that. Right? And she's got to understand, or maybe have that conversation, say, hey, you know, with him one-on-one, I got a man now, you know, I just don't want the optics to look bad, that we always talking all the time. You know, I'm still going to reach out to you. I'm still going to talk to you, but it's not going to be as frequent. It's not going to be as, you know, maybe I want you to meet him.
What would you say? Your girl come up to you and be like, yo, I used to be in a relationship with this guy.
Oh, I'm going to feel a type of way. I'm going to be sure. I'm going to feel a type of way. I'm going to be hella confused. I'm like, so why are you still around? Like, why are you still around? Like, but what
are you gonna tell her to do? Do you gonna tell her she got to do anything? Like,
I'm not gonna tell her she got to do anything. I'm gonna just say, you know, I want to meet the dude.
Okay.
I'll meet the guy, and you know, I'll talk to him.
You don't think boundaries are gonna have to be put in place?
Definitely boundaries gonna have to be put in place. And that's boundaries that I'm gonna talk about to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if she look, and that is a really, really, really tough thing to talk to somebody about. Like this is real shit. This is not no, oh, I ain't going 50-50 with no man and none of that. And it's none of that bullshit. This is some real shit. Like I would have to talk to him and be like, hey, you know, Sarah opened up to me and she said that, you know, that you guys had a thing, which is cool. You know what I mean? I had a thing, but I just want to, you know, I don't want to bring any friction or any tension or any awkwardness that, like, you know, you might have to respect, you know, that we're together. I don't know what their situation is, but, like, you know, you might have to, like, reel it back a little bit. And if he's, like, understanding, that's cool. And if he seems like a chill dude, that's cool. You know? Mm-hmm. But he's going to have to understand that they can't be together alone like that.
That ain't happening.
That's not happening.
A real man going to stand on business. I'm going to stand on business, bro. I'm going to be like, oh, for real? That alone shit dead. It's dead.
That's done. That's done.
Oh, y'all used to go to the movies at Brunson. That shit dead.
Yeah.
It's like
I gotta be there. Now.
I gotta be there.
I'm there.
And you know, and I don't know, but I would think about this as like, all right, say if you end things on a good note, like not every relationship ends bad.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm like more accepting of that type of situation. Only if it was like, okay, how long were you guys best friends for? Like, did this just happen like 5 months ago? Was this 2 years? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna ask some of her friends, my shorty's friends, her parents, like, yo, like, what's up with this dude? Like, if I'm committed to this girl, like, I'm gonna want to know, because I ain't trying to be out here looking like no fool getting played. You know what I mean?
I would be worried if she said they ended on a bad note and y'all rekindle your relationship.
Yeah, nah, then that's
that would be really bad. It's like, all right, well, you told me it ended bad. Like, how do y'all find yourselves talking to each other again? Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, you be looking like the dude. You take your girl out to dinner, and she like, I'll be back, and she went in the car with this fool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what's going to happen. So
wow. But then, like, okay, so now I'll turn it back to you. Like, so if it's you who had a relationship with a girl, and that's your best friend, and it's been 2 years, y'all best friends, like, and then you tell your shorty, you said you wouldn't tell her, or you would tell her?
All right. You know what I'm saying?
Tough, bro.
All right, look. What I would do.
This one is
tell her. I would tell her.
Okay. All right. You tell her. All right.
Tell her. You know, at some point, I would tell her.
Man. Hey. It is what it is. But I mean, like, man, it's tough. That's a tough one.
I would tell her because I'm sitting here thinking, again, back to this point, like, all right, with my female friends, even when I was single, like, how was I, like, hanging out with them? Like, yeah, we would go out here and there, but it's not like with your boys. You go out with your boys every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, because y'all dudes, you could go out, the boys.
Man, that shit changes now, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, to go out with a girl every weekend that's a friend, bro, eventually that shit ain't gonna be friendship no more. Like, y'all gonna be developing some emotional connection with each other.
Takes that one night, you go out and drink, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, if a girl's truly your friend, like, you hang out with her every once in a while, talk to her here and there. You know what I mean? I don't see a guy hanging out with females that often. That's supposed to be friends. If I see a guy hanging out with a chick all the time, that's his girl, or that's somebody he's talking to. If I'm hanging out with a girl almost every weekend, that's either my girl or somebody I'm talking to.
Yeah, because I think that's kind of sus. That's kind of sus. Because it's like, if I see a dude with the same chick all the time, I'm like, if she's not your girl, why are you always with her? You know. Yeah. But there's some dudes that are very feminine. And they like to be around girls like that feminine energy always around them. So I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but 9 times out of 10 they're gay. Right? They end up being gay, or they're in the closet gay, and that's fine or whatever, but if you're gay, that's a different story, because you're not looking for women. But if you're straight and you're with the girl all the time, then I'm gonna boil that down to, y'all doing something, y'all together, y'all just probably don't want to let people know.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So realistically, how men that have female friends, you see them once in a blue moon.
Yeah, you see them once in a blue moon. So, but again, as a man, you gotta be mature. You gotta be, and again, it all
That's
depends.
a hard question, though.
It's a tough one. And it's like now a female's gonna say, "Oh well, you just gonna be with your ex, and your ex is gonna be running around."
Yeah,
like,
that's going to develop a lot of problems.
That's gonna create a lot of problems. But like, if this is my girl right here, right, and I'm committed to her, then that wouldn't even cross your mind to say, "Oh yeah, this girl over here I was messing around with, but she just around me." Like,
let me ask you this though: how honest do you think you have to be with somebody in a relationship? Like, I mean, like, how much should you have to tell them?
trust is earned.
Trust is earned.
Trust is earned. Like, you're not my wife. We're not engaged. Trust is earned over time. Like, you can be honest. Like, I don't have anything to hide from anybody. Like, I don't have anything to hide. But yeah, I know I just said earlier that I would say anything. But like, you gotta know who you're dealing with, right? Because you could just say something and they're like, "Yup, that's it." But how do they know? How do they trust you? Like, if you tell a shorty, "I was messing around with this girl. This is my ex. Didn't work out, but we've been friends for the past 2 years." And you tell her that, how is she going to trust you? What basis does she have to trust you on that?
And that's the thing, bro. One of the reasons why I said, like, I probably don't want to know, because I really don't care about a girl's body count before me.
Okay.
I would say this, like, I have all the girls I've been with, even with my wife, I have never asked, how many men you slept with. I just don't want to know.
Just guess.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not a question 30. I'm bringing up at the table. Like, I'm meeting you right now. You know what I'm saying? As you are.
Yeah, well, high mileage. Two alternators.
High mileage.
2 alternators changed.
But if I find out your high mileage from, I don't know, a friend, or you willingly bring it up, I'm gonna look at you different. I'm gonna look at you different. That's why it's like, I don't want to know. It's like, we here now. Let's focus on now and the future. Like, the past is whatever the past is. I'm not telling you how many girls I've been with. Don't tell me how many boys you've been with. But if you bring it up somehow that, I slept with 30, 40 boys, I'm like, God damn.
No. So here's the thing. So then what if this what if this girl I don't know. Well, you said you would tell them. Tell the person. But I'm trying to come up with something where it's like, let's say the person's around, and then like some way, somehow suspicions come around. Like, there's some suspicion.
Suspicious? What do you mean?
Oh, did you sleep with this girl? Like, did you have anything with her? Like, let's say you never slept with her. Right? Big thing, did sleep with her. But you was talking to her, but it never worked out. But she's just your friend.
It didn't work out. How, like, she just rejected you?
Like, not that she just rejected you. She's like, well, I guess she was like, respectfully, I'm not feeling you like that, whatever. I think we should be friends, and y'all friends. right?
Okay.
Do you tell her, oh yeah, I tried to talk to her,
All right, you gotta take that to the
but
grave.
like,
You gotta take that to the grave. Because, bro, now if you didn't sleep with her now, it's like, all right, bro, like nothing happened. You know what I mean? She rejects you. That's just that. Now, if Shorty out here getting suspicious, that means you better tighten up. Because you out here probably doing little flirt shit with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you look good today. And it's fine. You can tell when you're female you look good. It depends how you say it. You could be like, oh, nice. That's a nice outfit. Oh, I like your shoes. But if you say it, damn, you look good. You know what I'm saying? Like now your shorty gonna be out here looking like, what the hell kind of shit was that?
what was that about?
Yeah, you know what I mean? and then, yo, you gotta control your eyes.
Look up at the ceiling. Oh man,
I was fucking driving the other day. I was driving the other day. My fucking spidey senses went off. I knew it was a woman beside me walking, right? It's just that you know that walk.
Oh, I
was like, I'll keep my eyes pointed. I get a pluck on my head for no reason. What you looking at? I'm looking at the road. I'm like, looking at the road.
Oh my gosh.
Women know, bro.
Nah, they know.
So that's why I said, like, you gotta be real careful when you got a female friend that you was talking to, she rejected you. You gotta be careful what you say. But I feel like if you did not sleep with her, you should take it to the grave. Because it's like, because that was just like harmless, whatever. It was like, all right, we was just, it's like I tried my shot with her and then going nowhere. That's that.
Yo, like, I think it's life. It's like, I don't think, I mean, we said a lot of shit, and I don't think you should delete people from your life that you have a good relationship with. That's non-romantic, right? Now, if you and your ex had a horrible breakup, or even if you broke up with some dude, don't drag him around, like, you know, still talk to him. Like,
exactly, I agree.
like, you're the one that's trying to keep him there. You know, if it's like a natural thing, like, you know, family friend and they're here, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna have some boundaries.
They're gonna have some
boundaries.
Right?
And that's gotta be clear. But like, I just see females not taking that shit. Like, they wouldn't want to know that you were messing with this person and this person's not your best friend.
Right.
And I get it. I get it
also.
But it's like, do you make the sacrifice and cut that person off?
It just really
like,
depends.
You
Yeah.
know, it really it's a case by case situation.
Case by case situation.
It really is. And you know, I think the viewers are gonna have a good one with that.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think.
Nah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
That was
Big
funny. That
fucking
was
time,
funny.
You know, shit.
But yeah.
So I'm gonna say one more point, or maybe two more points. But is there really like, it's like over like what 10 billion people here on Earth or something like that? It's in the billions. Do you think that there is just one person, or what most people classify as a soulmate, one person that's on this planet that's just for you, or made to be with you?
Shit, man. I feel like if you marry a person, then you could say that's your soulmate. You're madly in love with the person. Yeah, if you're madly in love with the person, you would say that's your soulmate because now y'all building a life with each other. I guess in a way you can even say like you have one soul because every decision you make affects this person and your family. So like y'all doing everything in life together. But even with that, sometimes that shit don't even work out either. And then you have people who've been married like 3 times. So like you're gonna say that's your soulmate.
Soulmate, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the person been married 3 times. each one of them girls your soulmates. Mm-hmm. But if there's one person out there, I would say yes, but like not immediately though. Like,
I mean, to me, I don't believe it. I don't believe there's like one person out of the billions of people that's on this planet that is just for you. Like, I feel like it's regional. Like, let's say, I move to California and I stay there and I find somebody there and get married to them or be with them. There's no difference if I couldn't find somebody in Florida or Atlanta. Like, you could be anywhere and meet somebody.
That is true. You can meet somebody. But what about the first? Well, there is a person that you are more compatible with than others.
I mean, but like, if we're going to do like 96% compatibility versus 95, like, it's still good.
Still good.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be 100%.
Yeah, nobody's going to be 100%. Nobody's going to be 100%.
Unless they're like, the only way somebody can be 100% if you build a girl. This is not no build a bitch. Where you build them to be just exactly what you want them to be. It doesn't happen that way. But even then, it said people get married and still want to have a mistress.
No,
you
for
know,
real.
like it's like nothing. You can. There's always something else. You know.
Yeah.
There's always something else.
Yeah, like shit, man. That's why, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, he always said, a high value man, he's not gonna be faithful.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Well,
you said that.
He always said like this competition, with these high value men, they always have like different women. I'm not sure. I can't remember what he said like once you get married. I can't remember what he said like if they're faithful once you get married. I feel like he said they are, but I just know he really said like.
But no, look at it. Even in like in the actors and stuff, some of them be married to beautiful women. And they still go and cheat, and they still go and do it. They both got money.
They both got
money. She looks good. He looks good. But then one of them end up cheating. One of them end up doing something. So it's like,
I think either the man or the woman, sometimes your mind just wander. Like their minds just wander. And specifically to them people, like I remember when Beyonce kind of announced Jay-Z cheated on her, right? So people were like, oh my God, that was a terrible time for men. If Beyonce got cheated on, there's no hope for any of us. But I started to think about like, all right, not justifying it. If you're in the entertainment business, you probably, I'm like, how many times do you really see your wife? Because say, for instance, Jay-Z, he's probably touring all across the country, so he's by himself for a couple of months. He got shows. And Beyonce, she got her own tour, her own shows. And it's like, unless you just go on vacation or say like, hey, we have to schedule this time to be with together, like, how often are you seeing your wife, throughout the year? A regular marriage couple, we see each other every day. But for athletes and entertainers, it's a small amount of time that you actually be able to spend time with your family.
You out there getting the money.
You're out there getting the money. So I think it's easier for them to cheat because, men and women got needs. And if you're gone for a month, you know what I mean? Like, you might slip up. Not justifying it, but I'm just saying in their case, like I could see like how, like, all right, you're away a lot.
And all the
fucking Kevin Hart cheated on both his marriages, both his wives. Kevin Hart, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. I remember when he cheated on his wife. Vanessa stuck it out with him. Who else? I don't know, but
I mean, no, there's multiple cases. I'm sure
cases.
Brad Pitt and Angelina.
Shoot, I wonder if LeBron ever.
Look, I'm not gonna put him, try to talk bad or anything. I'm gonna just be real, as I always keep it. I'm sure he did. I'm sure.
And it's just been on the hush hush.
It's just been on. yo, these dudes sign NDAs and all this extra stuff. Like he's probably have like an ironclad NDA. You say anything, you lose your life.
And like, I love LeBron James, bro, because he's done a lot and he's very outspoken. But I'm like, he joined the league when he was like 18 out of high school.
Bro.
And that girl was his high school sweetheart. And I don't even know what age they got married at. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe within the first 3-5 years he was in the league, they probably got married. And all that pussy being thrown at you because you're a young star. Like, you tell me he ain't slip up once? I'm just saying, like, that's a tough position to be in if you're young. Not a global icon. He's a global icon now. But
you were hyped up to be the next Michael Jordan.
Like everybody, you're a celebrity, young celebrity. And you know, everybody knows you. Women are just approaching you on a daily basis. Like, say if he went out to the club with his boys or should walk in the street, or he's traveling with the team, so his wife not with him. And women just keep throwing themselves at him. He ain't said but once. If he didn't, shout out to LeBron James.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him if he's been, you know, keeping it 100 with her. And I'm not saying it's impossible.
No, that's not impossible.
I'm not saying it's impossible. And you know, maybe he is.
I hope pastors out there sleeping with Sister Mary's in the church.
Exactly. You got the pastors doing it, so you churchgoers don't even start bringing up, oh, he's supposed to be a faithful man. He is married to her. He married her. No. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit. I got pastors out here taking people bread every week and then going to the club and finding some other shorties. it is what it is. But that would be interesting to know. But I don't know. You know, this whole relationship stuff is very complex, and it's very situational.
It's very situational.
You know, so it can't be a one size fit all. Maturity plays a role. Your personal character plays a role. If you know yourself, hey, I can't talk to this girl anymore. I have to cut her off because hey, maybe she's gonna try to rekindle some shit. You know, you got to know how to move within yourself because at the end of the day, you living with that on your conscience.
And you know what? Go back to the Kevin Hart point. I went to see him perform in Pennsylvania. And he had the Plastic Cup Boys come up before him, right? So one of the boys actually talked about Kevin Hart cheating, joked about it. Because he said Kevin Hart called him and invited him to go out to Vegas, which is where he cheated on his second wife. He like, fuck, no, I ain't going to Vegas. He like, I'm married and he know what's in Vegas, so he just stayed away from the temptation. Kevin Hart put himself right up in there and, you know, he fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't even know how it came out. I think the girl ratted him out on Instagram or something. I can't remember.
I remember it was a whole video.
It was a video?
Yeah, it was a whole... I don't know if this was in Vegas, but I remember it was like a whole video that leaked, and I was like, whoa. Like,
that's crazy.
Man's really made a video about it.
That is real crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he made a video and he got exposed.
But yeah, so it's like some men know, like, look, I know myself. I'm just not going to put my surround myself around that.
Don't put yourself in that situation where you're gonna be tested. You know, just stay away from it. But you know, if you know you're a real man and you abide by it, you know, then you know yourself the best. You know,
right.
Like I said, trust is earned. So if I just meet a shorty and I tell her my situation, yo, it is what it is. Like, either you want to try it or not, you can walk away. Nah.
So if a girl, like, do you go into relationship asking the girl how many bodies she had?
Nah, I don't ask how many bodies she had. I mean, she got 100K followers.
So, you know, she got a couple.
And she's not like an entertainer. And then she's probably got a couple bodies to get there. But, I mean, it could be possible that she doesn't. It's possible, but the chances, the probability, the stats don't lie, right? But I'm not gonna ask a girl about her past. Oh, who's this dude? You slept with him. You did this. You did that. That's not important to me.
Yeah,
Like you said,
funny.
what's important to me right now is who you are right here. But now, like you were saying earlier, like if you start to find out through other people, oh, yo, she was a hoe back then. Like she was doing this and she slept with that dude. You ain't know, like you ain't know that, like you know what I mean. And then that's gonna be a problem.
That's gonna be a problem,
right? And like now you're learning about the person, but even then, like if you hear that they were like they had their whole phase back in the day when they was younger, it's like, okay, do you hold them accountable for that?
See, the problem I would have with it, because like say if somebody, like your example, somebody's telling me like, oh, you ain't know she was a hoe back in the day. That's somebody else telling me about your past. So now it's like, all right, if I walk into a room, like everybody's gonna know that you were a hoe. Like if we go back around your old friend group, or if you carry me to an event, if I carry you somewhere and other people know that your past.
But then now I have another question. Like, how do you know if that person's telling the truth? Like a dude could say, yeah, I
You're just gonna have to.
girl.
You're gonna have to make the choice if you want to confront your girl about it. I think, like, I will, because like if somebody's coming up telling me something about my girl, I'm gonna be like, yo, this person just said something about you. You know what I mean? Like it don't even have to be the whole phase. It could just be anything. If you tell me anything about my girl, I'm gonna tell her about it. Like, yo, somebody just said something about you, and if she confirms what the man said, not saying you leave her right then and there. Oh, I'm not even saying you should leave her at all. It's just like your perception about her is going to change.
The perception is going to change, but then at that point, does it matter?
Technically, no. It doesn't matter.
Like it doesn't matter. Like
it's just up to you if you care what people think.
True.
If you,
but and it all, I think it. Okay, because it's case by case. Everything we're saying right now is case by case. Like, just because somebody committed murder, how did it happen? Like,
yeah.
Was it, love triangle? Was it just randomly on the street? Like,
right.
You know, case by case. These are how these relationships need to go. Case by case. I'm gonna say, like, if it's where she's like, oh, somebody dude's like, yo, she had a whole football team, bro. Like, you ain't know that?
Gang bang,
like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't know that? Oh, but she don't do that no more. Okay, but then now in your mind, you're like, damn. Shoot, like, that's crazy. But think again, is it relevant to your life now?
Because she's showing loyalty to you.
She's showing loyalty to you. And that was her old character. She grew. People grow, people change, people learn, people mature.
But bro, you're gonna be looking at her like, getting gangbang. Like,
but okay. So let's say some dude that was on a football team told you that, right? And two other his boys can confirm it. And she tells you, no, that never happened.
Somebody lying. I'm like,
yo, look, this is a wild ass scenario. This is a wild scenario, which I think it does happen. It has happened, but
I would be like, are you sure? Because other people told me that it happened. Like, I would try to force the truth out of her, because now I just don't. Now it's like, all right, I don't want to be lied to. Like, give it up. You know what I mean? Like, if people are confronting, bro, if somebody's confronting me about it, I'm like, I'm just going to keep thinking about it now. Mm-hmm. So if she said it's not true, if she's adamant that it's not true, just like, all right, I'm going to take you by your word. And I'm going to just let it be. I'm going to just let it be. Because technically it ain't important, but who's to say I won't do no digging around? Not saying I'm going on her phone or anything like that. Who's to say I won't, like...
Yeah, but you see, that's where it gets a little touchy, because now you're looking for something, right? And
that's also true.
The smallest thing can make you go, it's true!
So, okay, I won't do that. No, you're right. That requires a lot of energy. But I might pay attention a bit more, I guess. But again, there's nothing that might even pop up.
So okay, so in the end, let's just agree to say this. In the end, her past is not important.
No, it's not important. But if it's
Regardless
brought
of what
up,
it is, regardless, even if it is brought up, regardless of what it is, somebody brought it up to you, and you're like, okay, whatever. Like, she with me, you know her, she's loyal to you, she ain't show you no shit like that she's done in the past. She ain't show you none of that, those type of behaviors, right? It should be, hey, that was the past, and move on.
bro, but the thing about it though, no, I agree, but it's just like, well, yeah, it is a case by case basis, but like, like, all right, let me say like this. You've been in high school, right? And there's always some girl giving head in the hallway, in a stairwell or some shit. But let's just say she was like that in 9th grade. 11th grade, she a changed woman. She wants a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But now you choose to wife up. You choose to take her serious. But people like, damn, he wifed up the thought. He wifed up the hoe. But that's her past. Like, do you get with her? Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's somebody new that came into the school and don't know her past. But somebody be like, yo, she used to be giving sloppy toppy in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you just let that go? You're like, well, she ain't doing none of that now. Because at the end of the day, it depends on the person who dating her. Like, do I care what people think?
Look, that's the thing where the maturity comes in. It's like and then again, that's like working on somebody's body count. Like, oh, you slept with X amount of dudes. But like, again, everybody don't want nobody with no high mileage, but that's not the first thing you're thinking about.
That's not the first thing you're thinking about.
Right. So I think in all actuality and reality, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. That's why you don't bring it up.
That's why, again, because look, you if a girl asks you how many girls you slept with, if she asks you that, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna be like, what the fuck you asking me that for? I'm like, not to be in no mean way. I'm just like, where's this coming from? I'm actually like, where's this coming from? Like, why does that matter? And it's not necessarily have something to hide. It's just that, like, literally, why does it matter what I've done before I met you? And like, again, going back to the other thing, not to stir away from that, but I think I would be able to say like, all right, let's just lay this shit to bed. It would just take some time to get over if you find out your girl was a hoe. But if she's been good to you and everything, let's continue on with the relationship. But I guess if you just get so uncomfortable with it, you just end it if it bothers you so much.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, if that type of stuff is important to you, then definitely leave. And it's case by case.
But yeah,
but in the end,
you gotta think like, well, all right, I found out it was about her, but does she make you happy? Like, is she a good girlfriend?
How long ago was that?
How long? You know what I mean? So it's like, we all made mistakes in our past. So like, I don't think you should hold that against the person. But you're gonna think about it for some time, and then eventually just get over it.
Yeah. But damn,
what will you do?
I mean, shit, I don't even know. Like, I would be shocked. I mean, like, again, if it was high school, then I wouldn't be. I'm gonna be on. I wouldn't be with her. If I know that she was like the high school thought, but now she's looking for a relationship, I'm like, bitch, you should have been getting your shit together after like the first 2 guys, and you see some shit not working out, and you getting clean as the school thought, then you need to change right then and there, and then you continue, and then now 2 years later you want to like get serious. You better find somebody in college or on the street or somebody that don't go to the school. But in the adult life, like shit, we're all in our 20s, and she was a high school thought, like or whatever, or we're in the workforce or something. At that point, like, she don't know my past. and somebody brings something up about her, then I'm like, oh, but I never got any of that type of shit from her. That type of energy or seeing her hanging around with a bunch of dudes. Like, if it's all starting to make sense, we're like, oh, a lot of your friends are males. Oh, y'all hanging out.
Oh, that ain't happening.
I heard this from this person. Then, yo, I'm going to have to cut that. Because it's just like too much evidence that's in my face.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely getting cut. But even if it was like, you know, oh, she did that in the past and then somebody says it. Like, I ain't going to be stressing over that. Because what if somebody said some shit about me? Like, oh, you know, scrolling on your Instagram or you at a family, a party and there's a girl that, yeah, here's a perfect example. You're at a party, there's a girl there that you smashed, right? And you're with your girlfriend. Do you tell your girl, oh, I smashed that girl?
Hell no. Like,
you know, but she's at the party, but I just wanted you to know.
What good
Who's gonna do exactly? So you just don't, and that's my point earlier on the show.
Yeah.
Is that you just don't say certain shit because you're just gonna make it a problem within me. I'm like, okay, I am not even gonna. I don't even see her. I'm gonna pretend like I don't even know she's here.
Exactly.
Right? You just gonna leave that at that and keep it pushing. I've seen situations where dudes who's on the other end, where a dude told me like, yo, I smashed that dude's girl. And the girl knows, and they talk, right? Like, they'll talk. Like, the girl and the boyfriend, they'll talk. Mm-hmm. But, like, it was one of those one-night stand type of joints. But in that situation, keep the peace.
Keep the peace.
Keep the peace.
Keep the peace.
The man who did the deed shouldn't be telling nothing. Like, yo,
exactly.
She shouldn't be saying nothing. She shouldn't even be talking to him.
That's a man just looking to stir up problems, bro.
You know, they shouldn't have that conversation to begin with off the rip. But yeah, man, this is a crazy world. But at the end of the day, you gotta be mature, and that's how we keep the peace. You know, respect each other. At the end of the day, and
right.
You know, love who you with. You know what I mean? You know, if you know you have a little thing on the side, drop it. You know what I mean? Drop it. It ain't worth it, especially if she's worth it. Your main girl's worth it. You know, drop all that and focus on your shorty. But
Oh, I got one question though. Yeah. I was watching Fresh and Fit earlier, right?
Okay.
And I think, his name Myron, and he was saying some shit. I was like, damn, that's a lot. That he has a girlfriend. His main girl has to accept that he's going to be with other girls. Because he's like, that's the making of a true man. That's what all men want. Mm. And he got a girl that accepts that. And I just started to think like, well, do all men think like that? Like, do all men think like that? Like, is that? Well, yeah, I guess. Do you think that's what all men want? Really?
To have multiple girls?
Yeah, because me, I'm like, all right. It's stressful to handle one girl.
I don't know how some of these dudes do that.
You know, I'm like, bro, it's stressful to handle one. How do you handle so many? Like, knowingly, how do you handle so many at once? Because one girl might like, oh, I need to go shopping. Oh, you don't do this. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And if you got like 2-3 girlfriends, like, how do you just deal with all that?
That sounds like stress and a lot of spending.
Yeah, stress and a lot of spending, bro. I guess that's a rich man's sport.
Yeah. I think it is a rich man's sport. If you have the money, you care less, and you can do whatever the hell you want. But like for normal people, I don't see how it works. I hear people, you know, I have boys that do that, but I just don't. I just don't see what's the real benefit, because it's like you trying to. duck weave, do this, do that, please this,
That's
do
too
it's just too
much
much.
stress.
I can't. I can't do that. You know, it's not even
And
worth
like in the
it.
end, like, is it worth it? Like in the end, it's like,
Saying no, 9 times out of 10 you lose out on all of them. You know, because you can't be in two places at one time. You can't. But I mean, if you like Myron or whoever this guy name is, if he is able to find a shorty that can do that, he won. He won at it. I mean, that's clear to me. She knows she only there for the money.
facts. I think that's some money
She
shit.
don't got no moral standards. That's what I really come down to. But this was a good episode.
Yeah, this was fun. This was funny.
This was funny.
And what time we in?
We had almost an hour 30.
Oh wow, I
Didn't even feel like it.
Didn't feel like it. Wow.
But we definitely gotta ask some shorties some female perspective on cutting off friends for love. Is it a good sacrifice? Like, what are you willing to cut off for love? What are you willing to sacrifice for love? And I think nowadays that's the biggest thing in dating. You know, people don't know how to let go of certain things, and people don't know how to handle certain situations with people from their past. Tell us what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. You know, check out some of the other videos that we have. And yeah, you got anything else to say?
Nah, join the conversation. You know, post some questions in the comments. And we'll, you know, try to address it on the next episode. We'll do some call outs. And yeah, if you have anything to say, let us know.
And as always, we don't give a fuck about your feelings, but let us know in the comments, because we just want to spark the conversation, bring up the debates, and that's what this whole thing's about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all don't have to agree, and don't be afraid to say what you feel. You know?
Say what you feel, y'all.
Don't let these people stop you and make you feel afraid, man.
Mm-hmm.
You try and get people on the pod, but they afraid to talk, man.
Yo, if y'all even want to call in, let us know. We'll figure a way to get that set
Yeah,
up.
you could call in. We'll set it up. Call in. You don't gotta show your face. You just gotta talk. You can even use a voice changer. All right. Well, we're gonna call it a wrap on episode 13. This is Rich, and I'm signing out.
I'm signing out.
See y'all in the next one.
Later, y'all.
Deuces.